Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the show, Wizard or Prophet. I'm glad you could be here with me today. We're going on a little trip. I have a work conference over in Leavenworth, Washington. Now, Leavenworth, Washington, if you haven't been there before, is this little mountain town that back in the 60s, they decided they need more tourists. And so as they thought about it, they said, well, we're kind of Alpine-like. Let's make our town look like a German Alpine town in Bavaria. And so that's what they did. And so they passed ordinances about all the zoning regulations that all the buildings have to look like old German buildings from Bavaria. And so when you get there, even the McDonald's tries to look Bavarian. But in any case, we're going there for a conference. We're going to have to go across the couple passes through the mountains. And today we are taking the RT because I hear it's going to rain. And if it does rain, this has better fairing than my GS. So we're going to take the RT with its giant electrical windshield. And we are going to wear the super suit from Aerostitch and go on our adventure. So hopefully I'll have something to say. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll just look at beautiful things as we go on the ride. But in any case, come along because you have nothing better to do. Right? Correct. All right, here we go. Well, I can't tell if this is working or not. If not, you might get a voiceover. Here we go. Whee! Tuesday afternoon in traffic. It's typical. It was an accident or something, so we're gonna rubberneck our way up here and see what's going on. I'll just scoot in right here. Might just be a traffic stop. Who can tell? It's cleared up. Oh well, that was unexciting. There we go. We're still making pretty good time. The traffic's mostly cleared up. We're just cruising away. I just hit 24,000 miles on this bike. That's pretty good, I guess. I haven't ridden it as much as I'd want to over the last few years. That's because I was having shoulder issues and eventually I had to have my shoulder operated on, and that pretty much took me out of commission for nearly 2 years. But now it just hurts a little bit, so I can ride again. Green River. For those of you who don't live in Washington, the Green River might sound familiar because we had a serial killer. Lots of serial killers in the Pacific Northwest. The Green River Killer. And I can't remember how many women he killed, but it was substantial. And he got away with it for a very, very long time. We We are continuing our journey down Highway 18. Apparently, there's some road construction ahead. There has been road construction on Highway 18 for the last 6 years. I go to this conference every September, and every September for the last 6 years, or maybe 3 years, the road construction continues. What they are constructing, I have no idea. What it will help, I also have no idea. Will it help? No idea. But I do have this idea, that it certainly hinders things now. You can see this section of highway is very congested. But only when there's trucks there. I just waved at that cop. Hopefully he doesn't turn around and hit me for going 60 in a 55 zone. Here we go with the constructions I was foretelling you about. You know, they say that there is only 2 certainties in life: death and taxes. But I disagree. Death, taxes, and road construction. Death, taxes, road construction, and corrupt politicians. Which also give us the death, the taxes, and the road construction. Okay, here's the project that they have been working on for the last 3 years. Apparently, they built a bridge. Well, some bridges are old and decayed, so I don't mind that. But good grief, they could build the Empire State Building in 2 years. They've been working on this bridge for over 3. But at least they have machines like that. And the machines like that. Because it's always good to have the street sweeper sweeping up the road that is mostly dirt. But I am not a road construction worker, a road engineer. I do not know the meaning of using a street sweeper to sweep up a dirt road. But there you go. Probably has something to do to get rid of loose debris so that whatever they're putting down adheres better. I don't know. In any case, we are nearing the freeway. Where we shall turn onto I-90. Where we will cross the Cascades. More or less. Alright, upward and onward. Speed limit is 70 miles an hour. It's a little overclassed and a little smoky. But you can see our mountains that we will be traveling through. Right up there. hopefully we will not get rained on, but you never know. So we are just cruising right along. There's a trooper ahead of us. Of course, troopers go fast because they're troopers, and no one's keeping an eye on the watchman. Who's watching the watchman? As he used to say. I don't care. As long as he's well north of me, I will continue to ride my ride. I am a completely law-abiding citizen. At the moment, I'm even dressed like a cop, which is weird, and it was not intentional. My RT is black and white, like a Motors RT. I wear a black arrow stitch suit, like some agencies, and my helmet is white. Now, I can explain all those things and the reason why I am dressed this way, and not because I wanted to look like a cop. First of all, my motorcycle. I bought my motorcycle at the end of the year as a leftover. 2024. No, 2017. Sorry. It was 2018 when I bought it. Close thereabouts. It's like December 2017. But in any case, they had two choices left on the floor: black and white and tan. I did not like the tan. I got the black and white. Now, when I bought my super suit was also on sale. And it was on sale, I think it was 20% off anything that was in stock. And the only thing that was in stock was some horrible color. It was like red and yellow. Frankly, I do not like to look like Ronald McDonald when I am riding my motorcycle. And so I got the black one. My leathers are black. Why not my super suit? And then, helmets. I always wear a white helmet because they did a study and discovered that the vast majority of people see white helmets over any other color. And so I was like, well, there you go. Plus that, when you're riding in the hot, hot summer, having a white helmet helps reflect that heat. So you don't have to worry about your head exploding in the heat. So there you go, how I accidentally look like a cop. It is rather amusing, though, to see the people that I've come up behind. They don't realize I'm not a cop. A lot of them will slow down. Some will even get out of the way. And to those people, I say, thanks. But for those who brake check me, come on, relax a little. You're gonna brake check a cop who's more likely to write you a ticket. Slow down gradually, not slamming your brakes on. In any case, we continue our journey to the beautiful Teutonic city of Leavenworth. We're getting our lederhosen on, and we're getting a batch of sauerkraut. And we'll be sucking down sausages. Well, never mind. Moving right along. I've had that song stuck in my head since like 1979. Damn that Kermit the Frog. Bit of road work up here. We are going to slow it down to the recommended speed limit. Just take her slow. What did we say? The four constants are? Yep. There you go. The bridge over there. Of course, right under it is where the landslides and avalanches come down. Makes it real super safe. Okay, there we go. Some beautiful mountains. Of course, I'm not in any hurry. I never am. Speed limit 60. I'm going 72. Do I need to go faster than this? No. So why bother? Hey, the sun came out. Of course, over here they have a ski lodge and ski meadows up there. Very popular place for the people in Seattle to come and go skiing. Speed limit is 65. Okay. So let's try not to go 80. Or 90. Well, so far we've missed the rain. and I had no reason to wear my super suit. Could have worn my langlets. Oh well. I checked 6 weather reports on the way over here. The least chance of rain, it said, was 10%. And the most chance of rain, one website said, was 45%. So when you hear 10 to 45% in Washington, you just assume it's going to rain. But, and I certainly see some thunderclouds up ahead. Hopefully we will reach our destination before those strike. Getting ever closer to the turnoff to Leavenworth. Crossing the Yakima River. And as you can see, heading east, starting to get drier. But the clouds are getting bigger. As we go north, we'll see if we stay dry. Crossing our fingers, we do so. I don't mind riding in the rain, but I prefer not to. Taking our exit. We are headed off I-90 to Highway 97 and over the Blewett Pass and to the Bavarian town of Leavenworth. This is a fun road to ride. I've ridden it many, many times. And I don't think I've ever had a bad day on this road. And hopefully, God willing, I don't have a bad day today either. So far, so good. No hitchhiking. I will not be picking up any hitchhikers. And this road is 55, I believe, all the way down. And there's always a sheriff's deputy here. So we'll stick mostly to the speed limit. There's some cool houses here. This is one of those areas where you're like, if I were to win the lottery, and unfortunately I did not win that $1.7 billion lottery the other night, probably because I didn't play, but in any case, this is the kind of place where you'd buy a ranch. Beautiful. The weather's nice. You have 4 seasons. But I am not a rancher and have no job out here. I will not be moving out here anytime soon. You can hear the disappointment in my voice. Very high fire danger today, and that's because half of everything is already on fire. But you can see up ahead the mountains. We have 47 miles through the mountains, and that is fun. Uh-oh. So, for the next 50 minutes, riding through the mountains, looking at the ranch lands, and enjoying our ride. As we get into the mountains, we'll return. See, get a little log cabin like that out here. I would mow my lawn though, just in case a lightning strike hit it. Little river, soak your feet in. It's awesome. The Tenaway River. Look at this pretty little valley. Alright, we've hit traffic. There's a lot of trucks that go through here, and of course, truck on a curvy mountain road, it's never very fun. Is that old schoolhouse over there, or is it an old church? I don't know. It was cool. One of my favorite parts of this journey is this turn right here. It's just a pretty little valley. You come in the springtime, it's all green, and here in the end of summer, beginning of fall, has these lovely tan colors juxtaposed with the green from the mountains. And as we get into Leavenworth, we will run into the fruit orchard. Well, we're stuck behind a tourist here. We just passed the ironically named town of Liberty, Washington. Not draconian laws, Washington. Liberty, Washington. We're about to hit a passing lane. That's why everyone's going faster, because this slag doesn't want to be passed. Isn't that weird they do that? Most of the time he's going 50 miles an hour, and then, oh, it's a passing lane, I better speed up to 70. I can't figure it out why they do that. Okay, we passed them. They're just weird that way. It's like they're angry someone went in front of them. It's like, who cares, buddy? Who cares? They're gonna get there faster than you. It's not a contest. You're putting along with your little trailer going 55 miles an hour. Uh-oh, passing lane, I better speed up to 80. Why? That's what we wanted you to be doing in the first place. Oh well. Like this dude behind me, if he wants to pass me, as long as he does it safely, I don't care. It's not a contest. Here's a place called, I can't remember what this is. The Raven and the Rooster? Weird name. This road, by the way, was paved a few years ago, and it's just smooth. It's just smooth. ever get a chance, ride 97 between I-90 and US 2 on the Blewett Pass. It's just one of the good motorcycle roads in the Pacific Northwest. It's just 47 miles of turns. It's awesome. Last year I came up here, there was a forest fire on the side of the road, and I got to see the planes and the helicopters come down right next to the road and just douse it. It was cool. I'd rather not see it than see it, but it was still cool. Okay, we are starting to climb a little bit. Looking out for some Sasquatch. I'm not seeing such. Even this semi-truck is way faster than that guy pulling a trailer. But this guy probably rides this road every day. It's probably his route. Leavenworth is also a very Christmassy town. People like to come here just before Christmas because it has snow, and they put up all the lights, the Christmas trees, and it's a fun place to shop. And they have nutcracker museums and year-round Christmas shops. It's all very nice. They have a lot of tourist trap stores, and they're fun to go in there and walk around and look at what they have. And then you go, boy, that seems awful expensive, and then you pull out your phone, look it up on Amazon, see that it's 20 to 30% cheaper, and then you're like, I gotta justify these people being here. I mean, they've got to make a living, but seriously. Alright, we're gonna pass this truck, hopefully. Start slowing down because he has to go up that hill. So I am not worried about crashing him running over. Hopefully he'll have plenty of time to stop before he squishes me if I fall. We're not planning on falling. Of course, we never do. But accidents happen. My ears are starting to pop. We're getting to the top. Getting higher and higher. See some of the trees have burnt. There's one of those van life dudes. Those van life guys. You guys are a bunch of weirdos. Living in a van like a hobo. Well, to each their own. Might be nice to pull over and take a nap. I certainly can't do that, although I could carry my cot, pull over and set it up, take a nap. But I'm not one for pulling over in the middle of the day, taking a nap. Unless I am very, very tired. And I am not. Very, very tired. So we are now on the downhill side. We reached the top. And now comes the wee part. So we probably have 20-30 minutes to go here. It always feels faster when you're going downhill than you are uphill. Isn't that weird? Why is that? Someone out there, if you know why we feel like we are going faster downhill than we are uphill when we're actually frequently going slower because a lot of people put their brakes on, write it down in the comments. Let me know. There's got to be a study out there or something. Maybe it's just because we feel like our head is forward. Some fun twisties. Someone ran off the road there. Whoops. Hey, we caught up with someone. That's a pretty truck. We're going 40 miles an hour. And there's a double yellow. This isn't fun. Oh boy. Yeah, put your brakes on. You're going 45. Yeah. Gotta put your brakes on there, buddy. Might like careen off this 4-lane highway into the side of the mountain at 44 miles an hour. It's very scary, you know, very scary. Okay, we're going 45. Put your brakes on. Uh-oh, you're going 50. Better put your brakes on. I think I could ride a bicycle faster than this. Uh-oh, here comes another turn. Better put your brakes on early. Put them on. You didn't put them on. You're going to careen to your death. See the smoke in the air. It looks like clouds, but it's smoke. As soon as I get past this guy here, I will whiz by. Please go the speed limit, buddy. I don't get overly mad at people if they go the speed limit, but man, 12 under? Alright, we're getting closer and you can see the orchards here. Lots of orchards around here. See all the fruit on the trees, getting ready to harvest them. Forgive me if my beard is whipping in the picture. That happened. Lots of orchards. Lots of little roadside stands. They attract tourists. And we gotta drop our speed limit here. We're about to get onto Highway 2. Roller Coaster Road. That looks like a fun road to ride. Roller Coaster Road. Okay, we are here. We will be turning back west after going north for the last 47 miles. Sorry. You go to the east, you go to Wenatchee, and to the left here, we go to Leavenworth. See how smoky it is, man. And you'll see more orchards there. We've got the ladders up. Starting to get some harvesting going. Just made it through. All right. It is 81.5 degrees. The air is super smoky. And we are entering Leavenworth. It says 4 miles, but essentially we are outside here in Leavenworth. Just following the river along. See a little country mercantile with llamas. I saw some llamas. They've got pumpkins out already, attracting the tourists. Little gourd birdhouses. Look at that. You can flash that and see what's ripe and what's for sale. You see all the trees laden with pears. It smells like smoke, but normally it would smell like the fruit. So I get a little hint of fruit and a whole lot of hint of burnt wood. So it feels like you're camping in an orchard. The river looks nice and refreshing. Very nice. Wow, look how smoky it is. It's usually very clear here. And you'll start to see the Bavarian Fieten. There's like the Hampton Suites. See, they've got that kind of chalet look. And the Safeway, it's got that chalet look. And you can't see it, but the mountains are just not clear. But see, even the auto repair is kind of trying to look somewhat. Here we are, Leavenworth. For some reason, Leavenworth, despite all their desire to make this nice, they never just cut their grass and weeds down. They just kind of have them laying there. But we will take a walk through here. There's the McDonald's. Little motel. Everything's in this kind of chalet, Swiss Bavarian style. There are lots of tourists here. And what I find every time I come here are that there are tourists from Germany. And I'm like, you already live in Germany. You fly all the way to the United States, to the west coast of the United States, and then go to the fake German town when you could just be at home. You know, if you're going to come to the United States from Germany, check out Seattle or Portland or San Francisco or Los Angeles, Florida, Texas, Colorado, Utah. But Leavenworth? It's weird. If I meet any, I'll ask them. Oh. And that's downtown. They've closed the downtown, so it's all walkable. But everything usually closes at 5. It's 4 o'clock, almost 4 o'clock now. Real estate is pretty expensive here. Yep. Looks like I will be spared the 30-minute. If you look in front there, that's one of those gravity coasters. I don't know if I'll ride it or not, but looks like fun. We are almost at our resort. Here we are. And we'll talk to you later. I'm at my location here, and for crying out loud, usually they give me a little room with a little bed, but I got the full king. I've got a balcony overlooking the mountains. I've got a fireplace, and for crying out loud, they gave me a jacuzzi. I've never had a jacuzzi in a room before. That's pretty damn fancy. Dang. Anyway, there you go. Too bad I'm by myself. I'm back in my room after my long ride, had some dinner, and now I'm relaxing in the hot tub. Too bad you're not here enjoying it with me. Well, frankly, I'm glad you're not.